Hello, good afternoon and welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead. I'm Stacey if this is the first time we're meeting. And welcome back to my farmhouse kitchen. Today we are making a highly requested dinner. It's kind of a recipe, but it's kind of, well, it is a recipe I guess, but it's so simple and easy. And I asked in one of my last videos if you wanted me to share it with you, and there was an overwhelming yes please, and that is Wedges Works or Chips Works, what I call Chips Works. And I used to sell the Chips Works and Wedges Works in one of my cafes, or two of my cafes actually, and they were very, very popular. So I'm just going to show you how to put these simple, really quick dinner ideas on the table for you. Husband's favourite is the Wedges. He loves Wedges Works. It's for him, it's his quick go-to if I'm not home for cooking. Me, I prefer the Chips Works. So it's exactly the same. I've got some chips here in the freezer, and I'm just going to show you the Chips Works. And it's all done in the air fryer, so it's a lot healthier for you than if you were deep frying. So let's get straight into this video, and I hope you enjoy it. So you could use any frozen wedges, any frozen chips that you would like. Personally, I've got some frozen chips in bulk from Gilmore's, which works out quite a lot cheaper than the supermarket. And I've got the 10ml ultra fast straight cut chips. That's a 3.5 kilo bag, and there's 3 in a box. So this is the last one, and I bought that box a couple of months ago. So I'm just going to grab my air fryer out, and you could also do them, if you don't have an air fryer, you could do them in your oven and just do the toppings just as well in your oven. Right, you don't have to put oil in there, or you could spray it with oil. It's totally over to you, but I find that this is much healthier to do it with in the air fryer. So I'm going to pop that on 200, but just follow your own air fryer instructions. So I'm just putting mine on the chips function, which is at 220 minutes. I will probably start with 15, because there's not a lot of chips in there, but if there was like double the amount, I would do it for 20 minutes. And around at about 7 minutes, I'm just going to go and shake the bowl. I'll come back for the next step. Now, the other ingredients that are going to go onto the loaded fries or wedges is you can use bacon, like streaky bacon, middle bacon, Canadian bacon, whatever bacon you like, homemade bacon. And the other one is ham. I really love ham chunks. So I quite often buy one of these sort of like boneless hams. This one was on special for $15.29, which is, I think, is not too bad a price. Let's see how much it is. It's just about a kilo. Yeah, it's just about a kilo. And so what I like to do is, if I've got this ham, is I much prefer the ham, so therefore you don't have to cook the ham, the bacon, you're just heating up the what's the word I'm looking for, the ham, because it's already pre-cooked. So I'm just going to dice up some strips of ham, and we are also going to use sour cream if you like sour cream. And I like spring onions, and I love my homemade barbecue sauce. I'm out of that at the moment. I might have just enough for a small dribble, but I need to make up another batch of my fridge barbecue sauce, which I prefer much nicer than store-bought barbecue sauce now, and I know exactly what's going into it. So I make up a big batch, and it lasts in the fridge until, it will last ages because it's got sugar and vinegar in there as well. And you can find that recipe in the next ebook, which is at the home pantry. So yeah, so let's chop up some bacon. I've already chopped up some spring rolls, and we're going to top it off with cheese as well, and that's it. But mix and choose what you want, whatever you've got with leftovers. You could add extra veggies, roasted veggies on top if you wanted to. You could put tomato relish on top. The sky's the limit. This is just a recipe base idea for you, but it is a really quick dinner to sort. So I'm just going to probably just do one piece. I like getting this ham and then making ham steaks with it. So I'm just going to pop the rest of that back in the fridge, and I've got it there for sandwiches, ham steaks, quiches, whatever. That's what I like to do. Just put it there. And then I'm just going to do it into strips and then into this. I love bacon, of course, as well, but I just can't be bothered doing it with bacon today, and it's my favourite with the ham. I actually find that it's cheaper to buy the big block of ham than it is to buy the pre-sliced at the deli, and then as long as you've got a really sharp knife, you can actually slice it quite thinly yourself. You can actually save yourself quite a lot of money, because they usually charge by the 100 gram weight at the deli that's already pre-sliced or shaved. And I can't remember the last time I bought ham like that, but I would say I'll get a little thing up here, Courtney, if you could pop it up here for us, about how much 100 grams of ham is at the moment. But I'm going to say it's probably $1.20 to $2 per 100 grams. So yeah, like I said, this was $18 for the kilo, or $17 for almost a kilo. So good knife, you can do it yourself. Alright, I've just decided to make up some barbecue sauce because I'm out anyway, so while I'm hanging around waiting for these chips to cook, I'm going to do that. Just going to shake these chips. My new air fryer has a little window and a light, which is pretty cool. So it's about halfway through. Give it a good shake. So I'm just going to whip up a batch of barbecue sauce. Yeah, because I've got that much left, which will be enough for the chips works. Right, barbecue sauce made, and here's the chips. I like to take them out of the air fryer and pop some baking paper down the bottom, and then pop the chips back in there just so that it catches all the melting cheese. Otherwise you lose it down the grate. And I'm just popping my ham, or you would pop your bacon. And top with cheese. About half cup of cheese, and pop that back in 200 for about 4 to 5 minutes until it's nice and golden. Yum. Now you can just lift the baking paper out, and you don't lose all that cheese. Now just sprinkle with salt. Some sour cream, spring onions, and barbecue sauce. There you have it. Really quick, easy, delicious dinner. I do hope you enjoy that quick recipe, and again, you can make just exactly the same with wedges or any other type, like crinkled chips or lettuce type chips, anything like that, but super quick and easy and relatively budget friendly too. Alright, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.